Hey everybody, today I'm here with my friend Kiran, who I'm working with in various business endeavors as part of a larger team. And so I wanted to introduce you to her. Anybody looking for certain financial services, which I'll let her explain. So Kiran, please tell us a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, thank you, Victor. Hi guys, my name is Kirandeep Kaur, and I've been helping people with their money for the past 13 years. I help them understand how money works because we believe that when we go to school, we learn all the subjects, but we don't learn how to manage our money properly.
Mm.
'Cause that's what we work for on daily basis, day in, day out, we use money. So I just teach them the basics understanding of money. When I sit down with clients, I teach them how to pay themselves first, how to pay off their debt, simple rule about the rule of 72, what type of life insurance best fit their needs, how to have different types of accounts like tax deferred accounts, how to become an owner and not a loaner, rather than
Mhm.
just putting money away in the house. Because when I was growing up, I saw my grandparents putting money into either under the mattress or in the cookie jar somewhere in the kitchen. But people need to learn how the rules of money so they could get ahead of the game and retire with dignity rather than working at Walmart, you know, when rather when they don't have to. So people work there because they don't have enough saved, right? So when they have the proper savings and proper investments, the likelihood is that they don't have to work at Walmart as a greeter. So they could retire with dignity
Mm.
and work only if they want to, not because they have to. So
Right, right. I
that's
appreciate that a lot because I think people can do the same exact activity, but it's either pleasurable or not pleasurable, depending on the motivation as to why you're doing that job.
yes.
Right. So that's pretty cool. You mentioned, did I hear you say 72 or 7?
Yeah, the rule of 72. So it's a banker's rule. So that's the rule that the banks use for our money to compound. So Albert Einstein, he said you could use this rule to work for you or against you. So it's a simple rule. You just take the number 72 divided with whatever interest rate that you're earning on your savings. Let's just say, for example, if you're earning 3% with your current bank, I'm being generous, banks are not offering that kind of interest rate.
Mm-hmm.
Take the number 72 divided into 3. That would give you the number of years for it to double your money. So just try it out, look at your bank statements, and just do that exercise and see what number it will end up, what number you will end up, and how many years it will take for your money to double. If you take 72 and divide it into 3, that it will take about 48 years for your money to double.
Wow,
So
that's cool. So I never heard that expression before, even though I've been talking to you. So I'm incredibly ignorant about money. So I'm terrible with money. So it's kind of good to have you as one of my new friends.
it's
So
never too late to learn. Just like, with
Mm.
anything, we're not born, when you're born, we don't learn all these skills, right? We
Right, right.
deal with everything on daily basis. That's when we get to learn that. It's the same thing with this. Money was not my first topic. Like, I wanted to be a doctor. Actually, my parents wanted me to be a doctor and I wanted to be a lawyer. But I feel like, my purpose was to become a representative, a financial advisor to
Mm.
help people with their money. Because I saw firsthand when I was growing up, and after I turned 20, I actually saw my parents' portfolio and their life insurance policy, looked into it, read the fine print after while I was getting licensed, saw that they were not taught, by the agent
Right,
the products to him, to my dad, how it worked. So that's when I
right.
took the initiative to say, okay, I want to do this. I had to learn all this too. I mean, it's math was never my favorite subject, but when you have a purpose and you have that passion, you will do anything to learn it.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess that's cool. So that, I mean, I think passion is one of the most important things, and obviously something clicked with you from your personal experience.
I sure did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's nice. And I guess you also have a lot of things to keep up on, right? Because like regulations and things change all the time. So yeah, it's why we need a professional.
We have to stay compliant.
Mhm.
Since I am licensed with the investment Series 6, Series 63, 20, I'm going for my principal's license so I could be a broker. So we have to be compliant in all the fields, like with life insurance too. We got to go through our oh my God, continuing educations.
Ah, yes.
Years with investments, securities, we got to do that every single year to make sure that we're aligned with all the rules and regulations with FINRA and with the SEC, yeah, Securities Exchange Commission.
Mm, right. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty interesting. I mean, I never got involved in any of this until, I started also doing the health insurance. So I had, but only a couple of licenses that I have to deal with. But there's so many licenses for all this different financial stuff. It's
Yes,
a lot. It's a lot to keep up with. And
it
then
is.
I, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to go for my health insurance license too, but it was a lot. I'm like, okay, one thing at a time.
Right.
It's a lot of material to cover just to get your license, and then maintaining
Mm,
that. So just focusing on certain licenses that just stick with that. And with health insurance, we could do a referral for Medicaid for people that are over 65 or are reaching the age of 65. So I don't have
right.
for the license, but I have you.
Right, right. So right, we have each other and we have other people on our growing team. So like
Yeah.
it's really nice actually. It's one of the things I was looking forward to when I came back from Japan and getting integrated to start working with local teams of people. I mean, I've worked with global teams, but it's very different. So it's kind of cool getting to meet and know people
Mhm.
and build these local teams of all the different expertise. And I'm so ignorant with all of the US requirements. And I like the idea that I can continue to be ignorant and just rely on experts like yourself and others, or at least not totally ignorant. Of course, an educated consumer is a better customer,
Yes.
right? So people that have some idea of what they're looking for, that's really cool. Like I always tell people in some of my other videos, like challenge me, So now I could say challenge us, bring your questions, come check us out, check you out.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Knowledge is power. I mean, they say knowledge is
Mm,
applied knowledge is power. We all read books, but do we actually apply the knowledge that we learn? We
right,
go to school, like I said in the beginning, we learn, history, science, geometry, algebra, but are we really applying all that?
right.
All about applying it and, moving ahead with it and then transferring that knowledge and passing it on to other people so it could be passed down as a legacy to your children,
Mm,
all your loved ones. And I feel like, and our motto, our mission is to empower people, teach them the rules of money so they can properly protect themselves and not depend on anybody else. So when we have the knowledge, we are able to speak and we're able to
mm.
not, I'm going to say it again, not depend on other people. Yeah.
Right, right. Well, I'm hoping that I will be able to keep my daughter motivated to learn from you and follow some guidance because she's even more ignorant than me. Again, she grew up in Japan, coming here, all these ideas are new, and of course she's still very young too. So it's kind of cool. Like when I was 19 years old, nobody put me in touch with a financial advisor.
Mhm.
Right. So I feel fortunate that I had someone that I can point my daughter to.
Thank you so much. Yeah, when I spoke to her, she's a fast learner.
Mhm.
She was taking notes while we were talking,
Oh,
and
cool.
I did share with her, the benefits of having a Roth IRA, but then she did mention that she's not working currently. So in order to open up a Roth IRA, she has to have earned income. So as soon as
Oh,
she gets going, we'll get her started with the Roth IRA. You
cool,
know,
cool.
people have a misconception that, hey, in order for me to invest money, I need to have more than $100,000 or $250,000. It's incorrect. It's a myth. Like, you could start as minimum of $50 to start investing. And then
Mm,
as time goes by and your income increases, you could always increase your investment too. Yeah.
right. I think that's probably a really important point, especially for young people
Mhm.
or low income people. Yeah, you
Yes,
don't need a lot of money. Even a little money, you can make the money work for you.
I agree.
Right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, I understand. I learned the hard way,
Yes.
unfortunately.
Victor, you tell me, I know you said you're licensed as a health insurance coach
Uh,
or you're licensed as a health insurance agent, right?
yes, for health, actually life also.
Life also.
Yeah.
Yes. So how did you get started? Like what motivated you to go
Ah,
into the life insurance field as well as the health insurance?
so totally different motivation for me. I really my passion is as a wellness practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
And so then seeing the reality that having the money to pay for wellness or doctors, etc., is a big concern for people. And I never liked the idea of insurance because I felt like it locked people into a certain system that it limited their restrictions. But so I started to educate myself a little bit. And then as I learned more, and I was like, oh, actually, this is more about risk management, right? So, I mean, that's what insurance is really about. And I guess the same thing with all the financial investments. So much of this is really about the idea of risk. And even as a wellness practitioner, I'm more concerned about maintaining wellness, not not maintaining disease, right? So it's also about reducing risk. And so that's what drew me to the insurance. And I feel it also, it makes me more valuable to my clients as a wellness practitioner also. Yeah. And even to other wellness practitioners, because helping them to understand how they can use different kinds of insurance. Um, yeah. So this whole idea of like risk aversion or risk management, risk reduction, risk transfer, etc. So that's all of that. That's what drew me to it. And so it wasn't a particular event other than the idea of me coming to the US and trying to get more integrated and reducing my ignorance, which will take a long time.
I mean, it shows your passion because you're more passionate about the wellness, and it's good to have more tools
Hmm.
under the belt, right? The more, so you could be one-stop shop for your clients rather than, if
Yes.
I can't help you with that. But you'll be like, okay, I could help you with life insurance. I could help you with health insurance. And I could help you with your wellness. So, because a lot of
Right.
times we do have health issues, it all begins because we don't properly take care of ourselves, right? So,
Right.
so it all
It's,
comes together.
right. Same for financial health, right?
Yeah.
So I like this idea, so I'm a holistic practitioner and right, and I'm working with other wellness practitioners. So like here with you, we're kind of doing a very similar thing, right? We're trying to build out this very holistic perspective about helping people with their financial security,
Mhm.
right? Which is, I mean, it's all important. I mean, we just keep getting more and more holistic, right? Provide as much support for people. That one-stop shopping is very convenient. So
Correct.
it's nice to have. I love the idea too, as we get to know each other, we work together, we can feel more and more comfortable, not just more and more comfortable and more capable of knowing when to refer someone to you,
Exactly.
right? So the more I understand about what you do, the more I think, oh, wait, this guy needs to speak to Kiran, you know, or someone else on our team of people, depending on what it is.
Hmm.
So
Yes. We're
it's
like
a very cool idea.
future Amazon of financial services.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Right.
So having everything in one place and rather than um who likes to say that in our group? I forget his name. Joel. He's like,
Oh,
calling an 800 number and explaining your situation over and over to a separate different representative. You could just simply call me, myself or
hmm,
you and say, okay, and you're like, okay, say Sandy's calling me. Oh, Sandy, I have your notes from last conversation. Okay. So we got that covered, we got this covered. Let's move on to the next step. So
hmm,
everybody explaining the situation to a different representative, we have all the details, and then we're like, okay, working as a team, collaborating together. Okay, Victor, you spoke with Sandy last time. I see your notes. Okay, Kiran, I see
hmm.
your notes. let's help her this way, right?
Yeah, so much nicer for the client. I
Mhm,
think I mean, so many people hate that idea, having to continuously repeat their story,
mhm.
and then even feeling like, a lot of times when you're calling these 1-800 numbers, the person on the other end is not really invested in what I'm saying, right?
Exactly. They
So
don't
here
trust
it's
you.
right, right. So much better. So I'm really excited about what we're doing, and yeah, and looking forward to working together. And yeah, so this and I will be doing more videos um, as we move forward. We'll try to make some short videos, I think.
Mhm.
But I think this is a good starting point. People can see who you are. I'll make sure all your contact information is available in the video on screen and in the description, etc.
Perfect.
Um, and share the information. And then we'll take it from there. We'll see what videos come up next.
Thank you so
So
much, Victor. Yeah, for
yeah,
having
thank you, Kiran. And
you.
we'll do more again together soon.
Perfect.
Okay, bye bye, everybody.
Bye bye, guys.